Hey everyone, I'm walking into the Office of Mission and Ministry totally clueless. I know I'm looking for some sort of spiritual something or other, but that's why I came to all of you, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Great.
Great. I'm pretty sure we can help you figure it out.
Why don't I give you a few different scenarios and you can kind of tell me what you think?
Sure. Sound good?
Bring it on.
Okay, first thing. Big event happened in my life.
You know what, Ben, it sounds like you might just need something called spiritual care, where someone just can sit with you and meet you where you are in life.
Yeah, I really think I just need like somebody to help me process and listen and maybe pray about some of this stuff. I just don't know. I don't know what I need. There's just a lot going on.
That's perfect. That's what spiritual care is all about. If there's an immediate thing that happens in your life, maybe it's kind of a one-time thing. It might even feel like a mini emergency in your life. Spiritual care is where one of us can sit with you and just be present in that moment.
Well, thanks, Eric. Is this something I need to like have a regular appointment for? I see people coming in and out kind of all the time. I don't have much time in my schedule.
You know, if we're talking just about spiritual care, we're usually only talking about one, maybe two meetings with someone on our staff. Sometimes these relationships can grow into longer term spiritual accompaniment, but that's a whole other thing.
Oh, okay. So maybe can we talk about that? I like frustrated with my prayer. I keep trying to pray, but what I used to do doesn't really help me connect with God anymore. Is there something that would help with that?
There is. It sounds like if I'm listening to what you're talking about, it might be helpful to just have another person to kind of walk with you in these things, to have someone to listen and to talk with about your personal spiritual life.
Yeah, I think so. I think that sounds kind of nice. I also really, I might need somebody to like kind of hold me accountable. Like sometimes I'm good at praying and sometimes I'm really not. So I want to grow in my faith, but I'm just not sure where to start.
Spiritual accompaniment is a great way to do this kind of thing. Meet with someone in our office on a more regular basis and continually develop at your own pace with your own spirituality. Because everyone has their own context. You're walking in with your own individual needs and things that you're processing, working through, things that have worked before, things that have not. We would love to meet you with some of our expertise and some resources that we have. So spiritual accompaniment is kind of a more stable relationship, a way of doing spiritual practice with another person to walk with you.
Another possibility is spiritual direction. Spiritual direction is an ongoing process. Mainly you meet with the directors perhaps once a week or twice a week, and you talk with either someone in the office or one of the Jesuit on campus here to help you explore your prayer life and your relationship with God. Mainly, the spiritual direction is the director listens to you and gives you some guidance where you are. He or she listens carefully and does not interpret in terms of psychological or throw any personal influence, but morally, where are you with God on day to day? Whether he listen to you and she listen to you and see how you pray and how your prayer life impact you, even on day to day decision making. The Jesuit St. Ignatius talking about how do we find God in everything in everyday life.
Yeah. So Father Dan, if I'm hearing you correctly, spiritual direction is a little bit more structured and like a little bit more centered in the Ignatian tradition. Like there's a real practice to that.
Yes, it's a deepen in prayer. So in spiritual direction, we listen for this. We talk about discernment. We talk in the light and the dark spirit, the good spirit and bad spirit. So how does God guide you in your day, in everyday life? For example, you walk down the street and you interact with somebody on the street, and they say, when you go home, you do your examen, and they say, God speak to me to that person. So it's a pattern that we try to observe in ourselves that God speaks to each of us individually in many different ways.
Yeah. So would that take a little bit more work in between sessions of spiritual direction?
Yes, it takes it takes work for that every day on your prayer life and on your examen. You try to see the pattern in your life, see it in our life. How did God speak to us? Either sometimes God speaks to us directly, or God can speak to our friends or to the people that we meet in the street, and we take that into prayer. And hopefully, in the long run, that we see a pattern. We'll listen to you and to ask you. Sometimes they give you homework. Saying,
Yeah.
"Ben, go home and think about this week. Pray on this passage or pray on that passage." And the director can suggest you that you pray on certain guideline, on certain aspect of your life, or even just to listen generally how God speaks to you on a day-to-day basis.
Great. Awesome. Well, Eric, Allie, Father Dan, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think that there are a lot of great options here to help me kind of work through all the things that are going on.
Hearing all this information about what these 3 different types of care look like, we want you to discern for yourself which one you might need. There's a form to help you with that. And then we'll take in that information and get back to you on who might be the best fit for meeting with you right now.
And we want to assure you that, whatever the interaction, whatever care that you need to interact with us, that we give confidentiality, we don't share with other people, and this is only between you and us, you and the spiritual director, or once someone accompany with you, and also more importantly, it's between you and God, and we are just there to accompany, to help you, because it's God is the one who guides you, and God used one of us as an instrument, as to accompany you in that sense.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
You all have a great day.
Hope to see you
You too.
soon.